What's up guys, still figuring out here. Welcome to my channel. I do comparisons on Marvel Legends, and if you have not hit the subscribe button, I would really appreciate if you do so, alright? Okay, for today we have the KO Far From Home Spider-Man figure. Actually, it's kind of a variant of it, I guess. It came in a black and red costume, like so over here. I did a review on this in my previous videos. But this time around, I got the red and blue version. Right, I'll do the comparison more on it later on. But look at the amount of accessories it comes with. Right, it comes with the option of getting all these clothes goods, and also the Stanley head and the Infinity Gauntlet, and also the pair of sneakers for alternate feet. Right, so yeah, the figure is pretty much the same as the black and red version. The logo is really like the Far From Home Spider-Man costume, except that it's blue. Because the Homecoming version didn't have this sort of logo. Right, it's a bit different. Right, it has all the same joints and articulation as the Pizza Spidey, Ab Crunch, butterfly joints, neck. But then again, similar to the black and red Spidey, KO Spidey, they have this kind of Revoltech joint for the wrist. Right, there you have it. And also, it has the same additional joints of toe hinge and also the calf swivel. I'm not too concerned about the toe hinge, but I would really like if the Pizza Spidey has the calf swivel. It does help in certain poses in terms of making him stand. Alright, so that's the figure itself. Again, like the KO Far From Home Spidey, like the back one, it can't really do much split. Look at that, that's all the split that it can do. If I force it a bit more, right, that's the maximum. Even the authentic Pizza Spidey can do slightly wider than that. Okay, but it does goes up in front well. Okay, we have the clothes over here. We have a hoodie jacket, another one jacket without the hood, blue in color, pair of jeans, and also a plain white t-shirt. We have the gauntlet over here, which is actually just a hollow piece of glove-like thing. The alternate Peter Parker head, Stan Lee. This is an additional optional buy, but I thought I'd just get it, even though there's a Stan Lee figure coming up. And the half mask of the Pizza Spidey. Oops. Yeah. And he comes with the normal alternate hands, wall crawling hands, web shooting hands, and the fist, and also a pair of sneakers. Alright. So, the figure itself is actually quite great. I do like the figure, but between this and the black and red version, I actually prefer the black and red version somehow, because it looks unique. Whereas this one really kind of look like Pizza Spider-Man. It looks like a normal Spider-Man actually. Just at a glance, it does look like the classic costume, although it isn't. There are some subtle differences, not really subtle anyways, clear differences over here at the belt, the logo, and actually there's a grey line that goes between the blue and the red. Yep, that goes here across the deltoids, along here and all the way to the other side. Yeah, now let's look at it with the clothes on. So when you want to put on the clothes, it's actually quite a tedious process. So we need to take off the head and take out the hand, and then we try to squeeze this in like so. It's gonna take a while. Alright, once it's in, you got to like force it in a bit. Thankfully the fabric is is stretchable, and then you got to go it through the elbow joint and all the way down. Bring the arms down. Alright, there you have it. Voila. Okay, let's have the Peter Parker head. Now, for the jeans, we need to pluck out the legs. For me, what I did was, see, it comes off easily, not because it's that way, but it's because I sanded down the pegs. If you can see the groove over here, I actually made it more narrow so that it's easy to pluck out and put back in the feet. Otherwise, I had to boil and pop the feet out in order to change them, in order to switch them around. So, oops, before I put on the shoes, let's put on his jeans for him. Come on, Spidey, you can do this. Come on, put on your pants. Alright, there you have it. And then let's have him put on his pair of sneakers. Still a bit tough to slot it in, but better than before. Alright, let's put this aside. There, halfway done. Right, now which jacket shall we try on? I think I'll try on this one, the grey one. So you gotta just put it in and just bring the arms back for the other side. And just push it up so that we can put back the fist or any of the hands. Let me just put the fist in. Alright, there you have it. We have him in his street attire. Looks interesting and cool, but the only downside, I guess, is that there's no flesh tone for the hands for like an unmasked attire. And also the neck area over here, if you can still see the costume a bit, so he's not really kind of fully civilian and they know he's Spider-Man. One thing about the hoodie is that it can't even be lifted up into over his head. There, it can't be lifted up to cover his head. So this hoodie is kind of like just there for show. Yep, there you have it. And I do find the jeans kind of baggy. So what I did was kind of like, I just put, if we were to pull inwards the back part of the jeans, it actually looks a bit better. There. The jeans look a bit better when it's pulled backwards in. So if you have a safety pin or anything, and we can just pin it up and it will look better, then less baggy. Otherwise it's yeah, it can be quite baggy. So this is the grey hoodie sweater. Now again, if you want to take it off, need to pluck off the hands. And here you go. Now it's the blue jacket. Alright, how does he look? Which does he look better on? Blue or green? Sorry, what, blue or green? Blue or grey? Right, got to make some adjustments over here so he looks better. Right, here you go. Right, I think the grey one looks a bit better because it's kind of like slim fit, whereas the blue one is a bit more baggy. And let's see him with Mr. Stanley. One thing about the Stanley head is that I don't know why, but the hole is a bit too big for the ball pack, and he just sits in on the pack like this. So if you want to make him really be able to look left and right, I think need to add some blue tack maybe, so that it is more secure. Otherwise, I'm just putting this on. There, you see it drops off. Alright, there you have it, Mr. Stanley over here. Yeah, but like I said, it's really loose. Hey, then it drops off. Now for the Stanley head itself, he comes with a pair of glasses, but those glasses can be removed. But the thing about removing the glasses is that it leaves a gap at where the glasses are supposed to be slotted in, there on the left and right above the ears. So he looks kind of funny without the glasses. But although it's great that they painted his face well, even together with the eyes, his freckles can be seen, and yeah, he looks good. Rest in peace. Oopsie, dropped the specs. Yeah, it's kind of loose too. So I wouldn't take the glasses off because it would leave that gap over there. Even the ears are done well. There you can see the grooves of the ears. Alright, so that's the Stanley head. Let's have Spidey's head back on over here. And to put on the gauntlet, we need to take out the hand. So take out the hand and you can just slot it in. And I am Spider-Man. Right, now let's get rid of all these clothes and we can talk a bit more about the figure. Alright, now here, let's just dump this whole pile of clothes there. Okay, so now one thing about this KO Spidey is that the neck is a common issue, that the neck is very loose. There you can see that it just drops off. For the mask head, it actually is okay, because if I were to push it back a bit, it just stay in place there, so it's not so bad. But for the Peter Parker head, somehow it's a bit more difficult to make him stay in place and looking forward. Now you can see his head is dropping. So again, I guess it works when I push him back a bit. He stays more in place, but sometimes he just still drops. So basically, it's the pack. Look, the pack is loose. There you can see that it's loose. Alright, now let's compare with the other Spidey figures. So this is the KO Far From Home Spidey, but red and blue version. This is the red and black version. And here is the Pizza Spidey. So you can see that they all look, between these two, they do look familiar. They do look the same, similar. I mean, they look similar. You can see that the logo is also different, although the logo is different. Yeah. Right. The logo is exactly the same as the KO Far From Home Spidey. There, and you can see even at the back, they are almost identical. Alright, except for these lines over here. This guy don't have the right angle lines on the butt, and also these lines. on the thigh and also the arms. Right, his arms is just like the classic Spider-Man, webbed all the way down. The red part goes all the way down webbed, whereas over here the red stops at the shoulder. And if I were to compare with the Homecoming Spidey, over here you can see that it's different. The logo of the Homecoming Spidey is different, and so is the back part. So I'd rather consider this a variant of the Homecoming, that's why the Far From Home Spider-Man custom KO, rather than the KO of this figure itself, because you can see that the logo is totally different. Alright, there you have it. If you have any question or any comments, please do so and type it down below, and do subscribe if you have not done so too. I'll see you all at the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone.